Good morning everyone. Today is the Thursday, the June 13th. So in this video I'd like to talk about the difference between leukemia and thalassemia. Leukemia versus thalassemia. So right on hand you might be thinking, what is leukemia conditions have to do with thalassemia conditions, even though the last word of leukemia might be similar to thalassemia, the male, MIA at the back. But what's the difference between these two? I remember the days when I was in primary school, when I was like 11 or 12, primary 5 to primary 6 that time. I have a form teacher who always call me that I have leukemia. So I think she never heard of there's a thalassemia condition, or she just mistaken it somewhere. So she always told the class that, you see, this guy is so hard working, yet he have the leukemia. Somehow it's the most severe form of leukemia, known as the leukemia major. Then I did not find the need in like explaining, or I was afraid, or didn't have the opportunity to explain, until like one night where my teacher called my mom, because arranged on the time, because we are going to, the next day we are going for occasion. Then she was saying to my mom, sorry, heard your son have the leukemia major, leukemia condition. Then my mom, what? Not leukemia, thalassemia instead. Then my mom was trying to explain about the condition itself to her. Then she finally understand about it. Then she feel bad for a while. So I suspect that there's people do not understand what is thalassemia, or neither do leukemia, and hope this video help you to understand it later. So let's start off with telling you what is leukemia. I'm going to read up from this screen here. Leukemia is a cancer of the bone marrow and other blood forming organs. It involves the multiplications of immature white cells at the expense of blood elements. So whereby a thalassemia is a inherited blood disease due to the missing genes, which is inherited from the parents. So what are the causes of anemia? As for most other cancer, the majority of the leukemia is of unknown cause, so they do not know what's really causing the cancer. However, certain conditions are known to cause leukemia. Those include exposure to radiation, chemicals, inherited conditions such as Down syndrome. So it can be inherited condition too from the parents, just like thalassemia, but they are not sure about it. So what are the symptoms of leukemia? So the symptoms can be vague and non-specific. However, most patients present with one of the following symptoms, like this fatigue, or what you call it? Yeah, the breathlessness, or this action, bleeding nose or gums, easily bruising of the skin, fever, weight loss, poor appetites, example like that. Whereby thalassemia, the symptoms of thalassemia is like poor appetite, pale, inactive. All that symptoms of anemia is similar too. So what are the different types of leukemia? There are many types of leukemia in general. It can be classified into acute and chronic, and those can be further sub-classified into various types according to the self of genes and their appearances. So it can be like genetic, or it can be it's inherited, or it can be like happen after birth. I think that's what it means. So the different types of thalassemia, including the thalassemia minor, thalassemia intermediate, thalassemia major, and the beta and alpha, which is the different genes inherited. So is leukemia and inhabitable disease like thalassemia, which is inherited from the parent, there is little evidence for genetic factors, although there are many reports if leukemia in the same family, their scientific feature is unknown. So it says to be little evidence for genetic factors, whereby thalassemia is obviously inherited. If not inherited, you won't get the thalassemia. So if either your mom or dad has thalassemia minor, you might have a 50% chance, I think, will get thalassemia minor as well. And the other person, if it's impossible for you to get thalassemia major if only one of your parents have thalassemia minor, unless there is two, and you will get 25% chance of getting thalassemia major. So how is leukemia diagnosed? This usually requires cellular blood test and a bone marrow biopsy, BIOPSY. So how is leukemia diagnosed? So for thalassemia, how we diagnose is through the blood test as well. For thalassemia screening test or that blood test like the hemoglobin test to know whether you have any thalassemia conditions. So how is leukemia treated? Leukemia is usually treated with the chemotherapy, chemicals. We have anti-cancer effects. The treatment costs varies with different types of leukemia and also the age of the patient. In selected groups of patient and disease type, bone marrow transplant can improve cure rate. So actually it's similar to thalassemia is treated, but for thalassemia, bone marrow transplant is the cure, and in this case leukemia, bone marrow transplant can improve cure rate. So there's a little similarity, which a bone marrow is involved in order to treat and cure. Mostly cure, can improve cure rate. So can leukemia be cured? That's the point. Is it curable? For thalassemia, there's only bone marrow transplant, which most patients benefit to get cure. But can leukemia do it? In the past, leukemia was among the most difficult of cancer to cure. However, methods of treatment have greatly improved over past 10 to 20 years, and more patients with leukemia, especially the younger age group, have been cured of this disease. So there's a proven increase of the cure over the past 10 to 20 years. So thalassemia could be cured too through bone marrow transplant, but most patients like us still continue the treatment till the official cure is out, which is available for all patients. A cure should be available for all patients. You consider that a cure. So if for leukemia without the bone marrow transplant, patient just to have to come for the treatment, just like thalassemia patient come for their blood transfusion to sustain life. It's not a cure, it's chemistry, just to won't get worse, just to sustain his life, to go forwards until the official cure is out. Move forwards to wait for a cure, whereby there's no cure out, either for thalassemia, for cancer too. The only cure is known to be the bone marrow transplant that can improve cure rate, and also for thalassemia is a cure. So that's about it. In between the bone marrow, hold on, just take a look. That's the difference between what is thalassemia and what is leukemia. What's the difference between these two? In fact, I'm going to tell you a story. My cousin, which is my mom's younger sister's son, he actually passed away of leukemia. I think it's not the genetic type, it's what they call it, the after that he have like bruises on his neck. Then he was diagnosed with cancer. He was battling with the cancer treatment. Then I think his parents do not want him to suffer. He was need a tube to his like nose or mouth to breathe. Yeah, so you do not you want to end his life, like let him more won't be so suffering. Just in rest in peace. So she actually like end his life, yeah, in the hospital last year, I think. Yeah, so yeah, that's my cousin. We're all very sad about it. Yeah, so yeah, that's about it. Sharing you the difference between this leukemia and thalassemia. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.